Hi, my name is Tony and I'm a therapist, coach, and pharmacist, and I do an integrative, holistic kind of healing in which I combine psychology, biology, quantum physics, and everything that I could put my hands on that is based on studies, but also in a way in which we can uncover our unconscious parts of our mind. And especially, I really like to work with generational trauma, and I really like to work to get the person out of the so-called matrix, out of our blueprint of our karmic relations, how some say it, but actually what we are doing is understanding the illusions of the unconscious mind and how can we break these illusions. So let's talk about the illusions of partnerships. Many of us have experienced that feeling. I think everybody experienced the feeling when a new soul enters our lives, when someone, a new kind of love comes to us, and it's as if our dream life starts to begin. The pink clouds are beginning. So in the first months, everything seems perfect. You get the attention from a partner, you get the care, you get shared plans, even building a house together or even dreaming up a big future. Especially nowadays when the rate of the divorce is so high, we can see how all of this begins. We begin to project onto a partner something beautiful. And in those moments, it's very hard to distinguish whether we are truly in a committed partnership or whether we're only seeing an illusion, we're only seeing a manipulative partner. And it is actually something very dangerous that I myself have been through. Do we see only an illusion created by a narcissistic or manipulative person, or is it the real deal? So how can we realize this, especially during the first months when we are just getting to know someone? And I want to bring you something, not the typical dating advice. I don't do that. There are plenty of videos for that. So let's see how can we see in a neurobiological or a neuropsychological perspective what could we do. Because one of the greatest strengths, I don't want to say just men because it's obviously women as well, but maybe sometimes I will be speaking as if men because I'm a woman and I like to see the other part. So one of the greatest strengths of a man or a woman who shows illusions to you who are the partner, is that in the beginning he mirrors our desires perfectly. This is a very dangerous thing, because we might have the feeling, if we are really wanting love, that we are very much understood and that we have found our soulmate. They behave in a way that we would like someone to behave. We see a shared future, we feel safety, we feel a dream life. But in reality, if it's a sort of narcissistic partner, or I will be talking about even worse partners, people who are schizophrenic or live in bigger illusions, these types of people want to maintain as long as it benefits them for you to think that you are living in a dream life. When the moment comes where real building would be required of a shared life, when the words would need to be followed by action, that's when the sabotage begins. And here is the reality. I want to give you a big reality check to see beyond the wishful thinking, because you will feel very disappointed in the end if you go by the wishful thinking, if you go by the illusions of the mind. So the real, a little bit sad situation when we talk about this is that when we meet someone who might have even narcissistic personality disorder, it's actually easier to say that, okay, I will be leaving him because he's abusive, or I will be leaving her because she's abusive. Yeah, women can be abusive as well, or emotionally very manipulative. But guess what? Most people, and in my experience and in my clients' experience, most people, they do not want to hurt you intentionally. Most people are not intentionally cruel. When someone is intentionally cruel, they have a personality disorder or a really big problem regarding their brain mapping. So I would not advise you to get in a relationship with someone who is actually intentionally cruel. And you really need to seek help, because you have to find where is that in your generational line of trauma. Why are you still attracting people who are intentionally cruel? But the moment that we attract someone, maybe they are not intentionally cruel. So what happens when many emotionally developing beings, humans, we cross paths? And you can actually see the effort of the conscious mind. This is mostly the prefrontal cortex, the conscious mind. And you will see that your partner will have a conscious effort. I want to make things right. I want to do it the right way. I want to make a future with you. But then self-sabotage appears, what the unconscious mind, the back part of our brain, fears: the avoidance of responsibility, or simply the inability to form real attachments, secure attachments. All of this can rise to the surface, and the dream that was built between the two of you, just in words, from the beginning, all those illusions, they start to collapse because of the self-sabotage of both people. Most of the time it's both people. But in contrast, when a woman who truly wants to build with you, they operate differently. If you think about a man, like I'm a woman, if I think about a man, he doesn't only pay attention to me in the beginning, he does it long term. He doesn't run away from conflict. He looks for solutions together with me. He doesn't just make promises, he will take smaller steps that work, but he will consistently build the shared life. You can know the difference if someone wants to keep you in illusions. They keep getting excuses. They keep getting, why this time the universe didn't make it work. Be careful. The universe in which he lives or she lives is only a part of his unconscious mind. So if you have someone who lives in his world where his actions are not aligned to his words, you will get that in him or in her in the long term. So the type of people whose actions match their words, although he will not start in the beginning with a big love bombing with big gestures like the illusion showing person, in the long run, a person who matches her or his actions with her words is much more reliable. The key therefore is to look for the consistency in yourself and in the partner, and the proper uncovering of the unconscious programs, meaning all the limiting beliefs which we now know that epigenetically they get coded into us, and of course because it's epigenetics, which means we can change all those beliefs and our reality will change. I never teach that it is enough alone to know the psychology of our brain if we do not understand the biological level of a human being, because fight or flight responses are real, and fight or flight responses are the ones why we sabotage ourselves. We have biological, neuropsychological components to the fight or flight system in our brain. I don't want to get too much into neuropsychology, but we do have these parts of our brain which will sabotage us and make our limiting beliefs create our own reality in the exterior world. So the thing is, when we choose a partner whose illusions we want to believe because they only mirror what we want to hear, we usually share too much of our lives, we usually talk to them too much about what we want, and we have no idea what he wants. These types of people might have issues in certain brain areas, in the transmission of electrical impulses with certain neural pathways who would need to provide a certain energy flow. What we need to understand is that some people actually have parts of their brain that do not work in a way where they can be consistent. It's a brain function to be consistently present with someone. It's an actual brain function. Or to understand cause and effect. Sometimes you tell something to a person and they don't understand the cause. And they do not see the effect of their cause. They do not see the repercussions of their actions. This is something we have to be very careful about, because this is already biology. So we cannot just say that someone is, oh, he didn't mean wrong, but he also did it. No, sooner or later, people who live with these types of brains, these types of illusions, we can go from illusions, there can be people who actually are in paranoia, and we can have the worst degree, which is schizophrenia. You would be surprised how many people are outside with even schizophrenia undiagnosed. So it's very important for you to keep yourself away from illusions, because many people who keep you in illusions, their words will not match their actions in the long term. So if you buy into illusions that someone sells us a dream, mirrors our likes, desires, and then they tell us back, oh, I like the same things. Really? Do you like the same things, or are you just keeping me in an illusion? Because you are trying to love bomb me, you are trying to give me, to take from me, actually, not even give me, because you are only giving to me so that you can get something from me that has nothing to do with channeling love energy between the two of us. Because many people in a very low state of consciousness, they only want to get something from the other person because they are not in an abundant mindset. They don't believe that love can come from 10 types of maybe soulmates. They believe, oh my God, you're the only one who can give me something that I want. I cannot get it from anywhere else in the world. So it's a big chaos because I need to get you for myself. That is not love, actually. That is a sort of possessing something, wanting something for the self, because I believe that I cannot get it from anywhere else. So I do not believe in an abundant universe. I do not believe I am as much of a worthy that if I choose great from good, I could actually have it. I want to settle for good because I don't believe I could have even greater. So the real partner, what is a real partner? is the one with who you feel emotionally safe. It's a partner who will be emotionally self-aware, meaning they have more of a conscious part of their minds. They can always bring back their unconscious programming, the limiting beliefs. Oh my God, I didn't see this in myself. There's a limiting belief that I wasn't maybe good enough. I didn't feel I was good enough, so I'm gonna put this in front of my partner and tell them that, look, I actually had this feeling that I'm not good enough, and I want to share it with you because I know that you will contain me. I know that I can share this with you. So a really self-aware person who can self-regulate. Or I can tell my partner that, okay, now is the time that I need some time for myself because I need to channel some energy in my system. I need to get my thoughts right. I need to see what's an illusion, what is not for me. I need to see what is a good decision for me at this hour. So a secure partner who can self-regulate their emotion. They don't get blinded by their emotions because they have done enough self-work. They have the capacity for self-reflection. It's extremely important, especially when difficulty in a relationship arises. So the difference does not show in the first months when everybody's pursuing everybody wants to make well with everybody, they want to make amends. Real action needs to be shown when life puts you to the test, when life puts the relationship to the test. The one who truly wants to build with you will not collapse in the shared dreams. They will strengthen the shared dream. They will say, I want to step up, I want to stay. It is also important to pay attention to how a man or a woman handles conflict. A narcissistic or a manipulative man, or someone who has issues with certain brain areas, will blame, will run, will have all kinds of ego plays, will sabotage all the shared plans, and they will have the perfect excuse why in this time the problem is you and not them. The real partner, however, is capable of compromise, is capable of facing difficulties. This is one of the most reliable signs that someone truly means to have a shared future seriously, that they want to resolve the conflicts together. Empathy is also very crucial. In the illusion part, the attention is only superficial. The reality is that everyone revolves around their own needs. The real partner, however, pays attention to you in the long term. He's actually having an active listening. He's listening to you. He will not be chasing only his own real dream life or dream image. He includes you. He can make the life that you can build together. He can see a shared future he can build together. Believe it or not, this is an actual brain feature. When someone cannot make plans, when someone is not consistent, they have issues with the neural pathways. Many people have. It doesn't mean it's absolutely impossible to change it, but we do need to change the limiting beliefs. We do need to change the epigenetics of the body for someone like that to change. And let us not forget that the test of time reveals everything, but don't take too much time. The first half year to 1 year of the relationship is usually pretty nice for everybody. Everybody can pretend for a year, especially if you're not living together, because everybody tries to show their best faces. The difference becomes visible when the challenges come. Work stress, family problems, financial difficulties, having shared children, the illusions collapse. The real partner stays. This is why we should not judge based only what happens in the beginning. Oh my God, he was so nice at the beginning. He brought me flowers. Because the true intentions become clear if he can bring you flowers after half of a year. If it is actually a desire of yours to have flowers because maybe your love language is totally different, then why do you want flowers? Because that's what the social media said, that a woman is loved by a man when she gets flowers. Maybe you want earrings, not even flowers. So it's really important for you to have very, very honest conversations the moment that you know what you want. Because unless you know what you want, unless you are not self-aware enough, don't expect your partner to be with you. So in summary, if you want the other partner to show up without an illusion, if we want a real life, not only to live in illusions and dreams, oh, how nice it would be to have this life. No, we actually want to build something together. If we want to dream big, if we want to make plans, in the long term, we need to see who's the kind of partner when life gets us to sabotage ourselves, because all of us have an unconscious part of our mind. All of us will be sabotaged by it. All of us have limiting beliefs. The important part to make the difference, if you are with a dream partner or someone who has the illusion of a dream partner, is that in the longer term, the one who is the real dream partner with who you can have your dream life will make steps, will have concrete evidence that he wants that, he will take action or she will take action with you. Those kind of relationships, love lives, usually build slower. They take smaller steps, but build continuously and stay with you even when it's difficult. They do not bail. The difference shows up in consistency, in conflict handling, in empathy, and the test of time for this. If you pay attention to this, whether someone is only showing you an illusion or truly wants to build a life with you, you will be able to see this. And I want to say one more thing. Let's understand what really love is, because people use projections to believe that it's love. It's not. I don't want to hurt anybody, but that is not real love. And this was one of the hardest lessons I had to learn for myself when I was infatuated or I was in a codependent relationship and I was so sure it was love. No, it was my fight or flight system who wanted me to believe that I will not be left, that I will not be left alone, that I will not be maybe abandoned. So that's not real love when we try to project love, understanding. Love starts when integration happens. Love starts when you start to integrate those wounds of feeling abandoned, of feeling not seen, of feeling not loved. Real love, what is real love? Real love comes when you are in a self-reflected position, that you understand yourself so much that you actually love yourself. You love every inch of your body, your mind, and your soul, the way that you are thinking. So you go through this journey of maybe the hero, where you understand yourself and you start to love yourself. So how can I love another being until I don't love myself? So the best definition that I found for what love is and what the experience of love is not that love is a contract, is not that love is necessarily an emotion. I believe that love is a state of being. I really love the Taoist model of what love is. It's a state that appears when you are in a self-regulated state, meaning that when you are in a flow state, not in a fight or flight response, I want to grab that person not to go away, I'm in fight or flight, I don't want to lose them, I'm afraid. No, love is the natural, effortless state of life. Because the moment that I feel good in my own body, I feel right now and in my life right now, I feel very good in my own body. I feel great. I don't have the abandonment wounds. I've worked through them. I understood the difference between fight or flight, or wanting to grab someone because, oh my God, if I lose them, if I lose someone, I believe in the abundance of the world, and I believe that from good I have to receive great. So the moment that you love someone, you can only love another being like real love when you love yourself, when you know I'm good. I feel so much love for the world. Like I feel so much love for you because I'm sharing this video with you. I'm sharing information that I love to share, that I love to talk about. Why? Because it's my state of being. I love to talk about love. I love to talk about the unconscious parts of our mind, how to make it conscious. It's something that I love to do. So I can share my love with you. I can share what I love to do, to talk, to feel with you this time. You can only watch this video if you like what I'm talking about. If you don't care what I talk about, you will not watch this video until the end. But that means we are not compatible, and that's okay, because I believe in the abundance of the world, that the people who will be drawn to my videos will be the people who will resonate with my vibration. So love means this exactly. Love means when you are feeling a state of flow. When I am full of love, I can give love to another person. Unless I'm full of love, unless I try to be in the most integrated state of being that I can be, meaning not in a fragmented place, like part of me doesn't want to just be in an illusion, I don't want to see the reality of my life. Then again, seeing the reality doesn't mean that your life cannot become better, or I cannot manifest a better life. So it's very important for us to see where are those patterns who still sabotage ourselves from feeling so much love for ourselves that we cannot give for someone else. When I feel secure enough in myself, when I feel enough compassion and love for myself, I can give it to another human being. Because I'm abundant, because I'm full of love, because the moment that I share love, it's an extension of my own feeling of love to you, to the other person. I want to extend my love flow to the other person. That's real love. That's how I understand. Because when I am in a high vibration of love state, the other person in my field can be in a love state as well. So for me, real love is presence, non-attachment, and even commitment to real love, commitment to non-fragmentation, commitment to becoming whole in yourself. So you don't want to control, fix, shape the other person. Of course I have standards. Of course I need the other person to love me in ways I like to be loved, but I don't force someone who doesn't like that way to come to me to love me, because they won't do it for the long term, because it's a pushing of a relationship. It needs to come from my own center, from my own groundedness. It needs to be given from a flow state and received from a flow state. And I give because I have, not because I lack. I don't want to grab the other one because I lack. I want to give to the other one because I have. And I think this is the most important part, why we should give love, why we should want to be loved. So if you like this video, I can talk more about love and relationship and unconscious states of mind or generational trauma videos. Please comment the comment section what other videos you would like me to do. It has to make sense about the unconscious mind, about the psychological and biological facts of life, and I will bring it with the utmost love to you. I really hope you got some kind of clarity from this video, and have a happy, nice Christmas time, because it's Christmas time, and see you in the next video. Bye.